Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to start framing the walls of the building. We've got our lumber pack delivered here. We've got some 6x6 posts that we're going to use to close in the barn door opening on the front. It's going to be a 20-foot wide opening. We've got some 2x8 material. This is going to be the header above that door opening, and these are going to be the two side jambs. These are all 2x8. We've also got some 4x6 posts, which are going to serve as the door posts for the door framing on the exterior man door. And then we're going to put two small sliding barn doors on this side over here. Somewhere's around right here is where the exterior entry door is going to be. It's just going to be a 36-inch wide man door. And then we're probably going to do about a 4-foot wide sliding barn door in this bay and this bay. I don't know exactly where yet, but we'll figure that out as we go. The first thing we have to do to get started today is going to be take the metal trim corners off the building. We might have to cut back some of the siding and some of this trim so we can expose 5.5 inches of the post so we can tie onto that for our framing. Actually, the very first thing we have to do is break down some of this lumber stack so we can get to our 2x6x12s, which is what all of the wall girts are going to be made out of.
I'm starting off here by removing the corner trim. They're just held on by some 1/4-inch sheet metal screws. Now that I have the corner trim off, I have to make a cut up the siding about 5.5–6 inches from the top to the bottom, and that's going to expose the post behind the metal siding. There are a few different ways to cut this sheet metal. I have a set of cordless sheet metal shears that work great when the siding or roofing isn't installed yet, but because the siding is already installed, I'm using this little guy here. It's a Milwaukee cordless right angle grinder. It runs on the M12 12-volt Milwaukee platform. I lucked out having this on hand because I can't think of another way of doing this particular process that wouldn't be a total pain. I'm going to leave a link in the video description to this item and the cutoff discs I'm using. I'm using the Weiler Wolverine discs. There are some cheaper options available, but when I have something spinning at 24,000 RPM 2 feet from my face, I'd rather spend a few extra bucks and go with a brand name that I can pronounce. As I've mentioned a couple times throughout the videos on this project, everything is in relation to the level lines we shot with the laser onto all the posts. I want to match the siding and trim package perfectly to the existing building, and everything on a pole building is in relation to a properly installed bottom PT, so that's what I'm doing now. Although the height on the addition is a little shorter than the existing building, I want to make sure the girt layout pattern matches. That way when we get the side metal on, all our screws will match up, and we won't have a screw pattern change at the transition from one building to the other. Now that we have the lower pressure treated boards installed, I cut the bottom girt blocks at 18.5 inches to get us onto a 24-inch on-center girt layout. After the starter blocks are installed, the girt blocks are all 22.5 inches, which will leave us with a 24-inch layout to the center of each 2x6 girt. Once you have the layout started, it goes pretty quick the rest of the way up as long as you pre-cut a bunch of 22.5-inch blocks.
Thanks for watching, folks. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and drop a comment below.